I'm sorry. We weren't going.
So now we're going to talk about the 14-year-old boy.
Wanted to move, now you move.
We're talking about the 14-year-old boy who killed a man on his mother's behalf. If y'all have not been paying attention to this story, the charges were dropped today. Two people, one person was killed and another was shot. So we're going to watch the news clip of this incident. Y'all ready? Headphones on.
Set at $3 million for the 35-year-old West Pullman mother who, according to prosecutors, got into a fierce verbal argument with a Southside restaurant patron. This was Sunday night while they were waiting in line for food. The situation quickly escalating into a deadly encounter.
During that altercation, the defendant began texting her son.
Cook County prosecutors describing how Carlishia Hood summoned her 14-year-old son, who was out in the parking lot late Sunday night at this Maxwell Street Express restaurant at 116th and South Halstead, and then things started heating up.
The argument between the victim and the defendant turned physical when the victim punched the defendant in the head approximately 3 times.
The store surveillance video capturing the moment the 14-year-old sees his mother getting punched, investigators say, and that's when the teen allegedly pulls a gun from his pocket.
The co-defendant fired a shot at the victim inside of Maxwell, striking the victim in the back. As the victim fled, the co-defendant followed him and fired additional shots. The defendant instructed her son, the co-defendant, to continue to shoot and kill the victim.
The 35-year-old Hood, according to prosecutors, ordering her son to shoot another restaurant patron who thought the initial verbal dispute was funny, but the teen wrestling the gun away from his mother. And thankfully, no more shots fired, but the damage was done. The 32-year-old male victim succumbing to his injuries. Mother and son now facing first-degree murder charges and a host of other offenses. We'll have more coming up at 6 o'clock. At the Criminal Courts Building, Julian Cruz, WGN News.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard.
So, did y'all hear that? If someone punches y'all mama and they call y'all to come defend her, are y'all going to defend your mother?
Always.
Have to.
Especially if I'm 14.
I don't give a fuck about 144. My mama, you punch my mama, we going down.
I'm saying, like, when you younger, you know, it's you don't really think about the future where adults might say, well, I don't want to go to jail. You know, some people may say that. But 14, I'm always with it.
I'm going to ask the two men this question. Let's say both of y'all are raised by y'all mother, single mother, right? And y'all see that y'all mother at times act erratic. She's cussing people out. This is not her first incident. And she's always into some shit. She raises us a certain type of way that's not conducive to how children should be raised. Does that then question how you show up to defend your mother?
No.
You go,
it's
so
still,
no matter what your mama do, you showing up and you going.
I want to say no, but I know a situation that I can think of right now. It wasn't even my mama when I showed up. So it's like, I know if it's my mama.
At 14, that's when y'all start showing up for your mama?
No, I'm talking about a situation as a grown man, but I was saying if you're younger.
Now you should be grown now.
Yeah. If you're younger, you don't really think about end results where some people say, oh, I don't want to get in this amount of trouble that. But when you're 14, them thoughts ain't going.
What about you, TD?
Now, I have to say this. I wasn't raised just by my mom.
Yeah.
So I can't say, oh, I saw my mama act like that.
Yeah.
But I have enough experience seeing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, dudes raised by single women. I don't think it matters. You can't swing on my mama or my dad. I value my parents the same way.
Yeah.
I value everybody I love the same way.
Yeah.
From my children all the way up to my grandma and granddad. Rest they soul. Like they're still living. Like it ain't even no gender. Like cause it's my mama. You can't swing. If that nigga would have swung on my dad, you gotta get the business.
That's how you feel.
The fuck? Yeah, we family.
Hold on.
Let me tell you, if me and this girl, if this was my cousin right here, and we had a chicken wing spot, and somebody swing on her, boy, we finna break your neck in this bitch. If we ain't got no gun.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So even if your cousin, let's say Ashanti's your cousin, and you seen her be in a bunch of bullshit, you know, her attitude is reckless, horrible. Correct. She has a slick mouth.
Cause she said I was pussy papa early.
I didn't mean it like you were. It's just a saying like backpedaling.
But look, what you gotta think about? Crazy dude would have went crazy.
Yeah. You went to jail too.
Huh?
He ain't telling no lies about
crazy. Think about it. Crazy
like
dude. I'm just saying, but I said that for a reason, cause saying stuff like that, crazy dude would want to fight.
Yeah,
I agree. So like, that was a great example.
Yeah,
if me and Ashanti was so keen each other, I don't care how much shit she was in. She ain't finna die today. But on our way home, I'm like, son, you need to stop that bullshit. You know that was some bullshit. Why I had to kill that nigga for your stupid ass?
But hold on.
I can check you later on, but we're gonna make it out of the situation.
So then this comes back to this submarine talk and this incident with the mother. I'm not saying this is or whatever, because so many people are asking the question, why did this incident transpire, right? If you know that the person is not making the wisest decision, are you letting them avoid fate and life lessons by intervening and stepping in?
Who supposed to step in? That's the question.
But my thing is, maybe nobody's supposed to step in.
Maybe other grown folks supposed to step in.
No,
the men and the women, especially them dudes.
If it's somebody,
why the hell is a dude in their establishment watching this grown man do this before that boy even shot that man?
So I'm gonna say this: have y'all seen the story in North Carolina where the man was beating another woman? This man stepped in to protect this woman, and the dude pulled out a gun and shot him and killed him while he was with. Hold on. While he was with his wife and newborn baby. So you're.
I got a friend who died like that in Tennessee.
Okay, so you're asking.
I like you ain't got. Okay, I know what you mean.
So you're asking other men to intervene into other
men. Got to be men, man.
But where does the line get drawn of me being a man when I still got to go home and protect my children? So I'm supposed to leave my children daddy's.
When you leave your children driving your car, what's somebody T-bone your ass at that stop sign?
That's different.
No, you still left your child though.
No.
Hello, you did what I'm saying. Making a decision, you don't know when you're gonna die. Said men got to be men all the time. I ain't saying you got to be the vigilante that you will be for your wife or your children, but it's a certain level of manhood. Like, okay, if me, you, and bro was in the chicken wing spot, 3 men, and all of us say, hey, bro, chill out. That nigga would have chilled out because the odds are not in his favor. See what I'm saying? If men was like that at a certain level, I ain't saying go beat his ass for that woman. I'm saying if men was already at a certain place, it wouldn't go down like that.
He's saying de-escalate.
Exactly.
So
if me, you, and him saw that, we stand right. If they arguing over here, and we just waiting on, I'm order number 8, you order number 9, you order number 10, and they arguing. We got a responsibility saying, hey, bro, y'all chill. So you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, I'm gonna say that's enough.
I'm gonna say this. So none of us know men who don't give a fuck about what you just said.
All of us do.
Okay, so you telling me that
we know too many. That's the problem.
That's what he said first. He said we need to change it.
We need to change it.
Okay, so we can't change a mindset of other men saying, I don't care if 3 niggas do tell me to chill out. Nigga, we all gonna go today.
Let me tell you something. A crazy nigga know when he outnumbered.
He crazy.
He know when he outnumbered.
No, he crazy.
I do want to say.
Go ahead, Ashanti.
As a woman, like, and I do understand what you're saying, being a man's man, de-escalating, right? But as a woman who wants to be a wife and a mother one day, I need you to come home. And if coming home means walking away and letting her in her domestic situation that seems repetitive for her, it doesn't seem abnormal to her. Her body language and stance means you need to
okay, I paid $10 for my chicken wings, but I'm finna go home to
I'm
my
not saying
wife.
die for this one.
Come home to my wife.
I'm not saying die for this one.
But how do you know you're gonna live or die when you
that's what I just asked you.
In that situation?
But see, the thing is,
he can't possibly still be going this hard over.
To me, when I seen that first man in that video, that man,
I want y'all
when he put out the gun and turned around,
yeah,
that would be my husband.
Hold on, first
I
of all,
need you to
if y'all want my real stance on the situation, that girl should have been arguing with no dude anyway.
No. Hold on.
That's my real stance.
No, I say that's wrong. That's a wrong stance. I'm gonna say
that's my stance. Hold on. No. But men in that situation should have been like, bro, chill. Men sit there and mind they fucking business and record tonight. Man, what have we become as a society?
We talking about the people. Wait, boss man. We talking about the people in the chin shack.
The ones that's there.
Yeah. Yes.
Is that what we're calling?
Yes.
So you talking about the person recording? She did what?
I ain't saying the person to record. I said men. You got men standing there watching.
That's a man record. We heard.
Oh, that's a dude recording?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He recorded.
Okay, he ain't the only dude in there. It was like 10 people in there, like according to like how he scanned the thing. So like we speaking from how society goes. I'm speaking from what it need to be. It's a difference.
But hold on. So first, I like man. Hold on.
I'm not finna die for no chick that I don't care nothing about. Don't get me twisted.
I'm gonna say this.
But I'm saying it was a certain level of respect that we used to have as a society. That
shit
really going down.
Hold on. This is what I'm saying.
Of course he was.
Everybody,
the cameraman.
Everybody. Listen. First, a man should not argue with a woman.
Correct.
Not a woman shouldn't argue with a man.
Both ways.
Agreed.
Hold on.
A woman will argue with a man, but a man should not argue with a woman.
And
that's point accountability to one side, and both of those are wrong.
Hold on.
It's a double standard.
Hold on.
It is.
That's wrong though.
No.
That's why she got hit. Because if he had a gun, she got shot. Everybody say, "Oh, he wrong."
Hold on. Let me clarify what I'm trying to say. So when it comes to certain things, us as men, even in men groups, we all have the understanding that women act erratic in certain emotional states. So us as men learn at a young age that men need to learn how to de-escalate a woman's emotions or how to handle a woman's emotions when she's feeling erratic or she's over the top. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong, but men should not argue with women because women have this innate nature to still argue with men because something there is not clicking that, hey, this nigga really could beat my ass and kill me if he wanted to. It's like, yeah. And what you do? You say, I'm not even finna argue with this bitch. I'm not finna argue with this bitch. I'm gonna let her have it because men have been raised. Just think about this. Hold on. I'm gonna ask the men. Just think about this. When you grew up, did they not tell you boys are not supposed to hit girls?
No, they did not.
That's a long time ago.
May Carol Towns Perry, who is my grandmother. God rest her soul. You know what she told me?
What she told you?
She said, this is what she told me. She told me, now she ain't that no long time ago. She told me, she said, don't nobody put their hands on nobody. But this is what she told me. She said, if your girl hits you, you give her enough power to show her this ain't what you want. You don't hurt her, you get her off you. I was raised by women like that. Like I said, I'm from a 2-parent household. Don't nobody hit nobody, bro.
I got a question.
People have to show self-control. That's some bullshit. Because what it does is it gives certain people the green light to go on people, and that's what happened in that chicken shack.
Would you say majority of men, maybe not just you, because you didn't hear it don't mean a lot of people didn't hear it too, right?
Yeah.
But do you think that majority of men were told you don't hit women?
And that's absolutely and I think that's absolutely wrong.
You know,
he asked me, was I?
Hold on.
No, I don't believe it. No, dude was wrong with it.
Hold on.
No, I'm telling her. I'm agreeing with you. I'm telling her. So I'm agreeing with you. I'm telling her.
With this situation, all I asked was, we've heard. I didn't say you.
No,
you
said you.
I said us as men. That's my initial statement. I agree with 100. I said us as men have heard us. We do not hit women. We've heard that,
bro. Let me tell you something.
So, hold on. And let's be clear, in life, when it comes to double standards, it's just something that there is. It's something that men can do that women can't do. Some women can do that men can't do. This is how life works. Double standards is part of society. It just is what it is. You got to play the game how the game gets played. Now, when a man, and this is why men should not argue with women, because this is why men shouldn't argue with women, because when it comes to us, me and you get to argue, we already know straight up, hey, somebody can die.
We arguing to fight anyway.
Right.
Men and women argue differently.
So
she trying to say something that gonna hurt me.
Hold on.
Me and you trying to size each other up while we talk. Somebody can swing.
And so that's why that's why you should argue.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
You know you can whoop her.
Yeah, that's why.
You can whoop her.
Oh yeah, she can't whoop me. She can't whoop me. But see,
I done seen some girls win a fight.
It's about accountability on both ends, though.
And
this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Don't no nigga should be arguing with no woman. I agree with that. I never said he wasn't wrong. What I'm saying is accountability falls on both parties. Because why is you in a chicken shack arguing with a nigga saying, bitch, you say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. You can't test everything. Some niggas throwed. Some niggas will hit you.
So when you hold on. We're gonna watch the video.
Both of those.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask you. So watching that video, you think if you, Vic, and me sitting in the chicken shack and this nigga amped up like that, and we say, hey, bro, chill out. He's stopping.
Wait, before you
I don't know about you and Vic, but I'm stop that dude. Ooh. I'm just that type of nigga.
So you
like in real life.
With wife?
With
wife?
In jail.
I think you were interject.
Let me finish
yeah, I would interject before we got to the fight part. I'm just that type of nigga in real life.
With wife and child at home. With wife and child at home, you're going to interject in some other bullshit. That's all I need to hear. Yes or no?
To a certain extent. I'm not gonna die here for them.
How do you know you're not gonna die?
How you not gonna die when you do anything? Don't say it.
I don't think we all thought that was.
I could have said, man, y'all stop. He could have shot me. So what do you mean?
That's what I asked you. I simply
that's intervening.
So
he's saying it don't matter.
Intervening get you killed. Not saying something get you shit. That little boy could have come in there and shot everybody, and the motherfucker who did say it could have got shot. What y'all saying?
But how do we even know?
This is what he's saying. Look, this is what he's saying. He said anything he do, he can die from. He can wake up, drive out. So he's saying him intervening is not going to get him killed.
Hold on. No. Let me finish this because that's not a logical point.
How is not?
No, that's not a logical point. Let's be clear.
You ain't never said somebody say, "Hey man, y'all chill out."
No. Let's be clear. There are things in life that are more conducive to you surviving than not. Let's get that clear. Hold on. We know that going down to the motherfucking ocean is probably going to be more likely you're going to die than you going to say something to a nigga at a chicken shop. Shop. So we understand there are probabilities and chances of you dying. You know as a person that there are risk factors associated with each and every activity that you do in life. So that means you have a risk analysis even in that situation. Even you can say, oh yeah, I can drive a car and I can die. But nigga, I drove this car 500, 400, 2,000 times before I actually had a wreck. What about this one incident where I'm not even in an incident a whole bunch of times with niggas that's arguing with bitches that got a son in the car that could come up and shoot? Like, we got to be real about this. I drove this car 5,000 times and never had a wreck, but you were telling me, oh, you could die in a car accident. That don't even make sense.
That's not the point I'm making, said. The point I'm making is you never saw an incident happening. You say, hey, man, y'all chill out.
No, I don't get involved.
You never did that?
No, nigga.
Well, then we two different kind of niggas anyway. So how you see shit, you ain't nobody else in the room ever tell nobody chill out.
I did.
I do, but no. I realize
I ain't say get in the middle of them. Ain't nobody say, hey man, y'all chill out.
No.
Ever?
No. I'm gonna tell you the truth. First of all,
what kind of people are y'all?
I don't be around violent environments like that. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm in violent.
My friends, we don't get down ratchet.
You still live in Birmingham.
Okay, I've lived in Birmingham since I moved here from Kansas in 2000.
That don't mean you don't. That don't mean you. I ain't saying you put yourself in violent situations.
You just saying you got
one of the most violent cities in America. You don't know when it's gonna happen.
This is what I'm speaking on. From being a nigga born and raised in Birmingham.
You straight from Birmingham.
You don't.
Straight from Birmingham. Straight from Birmingham.
I'm born here. So
you never talk about chill out?
Hold on. No.
Exactly.
No, listen what I'm finna say. Being a nigga from Birmingham and being around these niggas, and you understand that I can say something to a nigga and be a nigga say, I'm gonna shoot your ass too. Nigga, keep talking.
That's the part.
But he said what he said at that point. He get out. He said
there.
He said he's
I'm
he's
from
not.
Hawaii.
You
Get
never
out of
told
there,
nobody,
Charles.
hey man,
I'm
y'all
from
chill
Hawaii.
out.
Bro,
You
listen,
never?
hold on. This is my nigga from the first
Main
grade.
Island.
You
Wow.
From
never
Birmingham?
told,
Bro, I'm not jumping in
Birmingham?
nobody bullshit.
you never told nobody chill out. Say
This,
it.
and look, this is a life lesson that I learned. Y'all remember the fairgrounds?
Yeah,
Mhm.
of course.
Everybody remember the
Yeah.
fairgrounds, right?
Mhm.
When I was a kid, my auntie was getting beat up by her boyfriend.
Okay.
Beat the fuck up by her boyfriend.
Oh my God.
My daddy and my uncle jumped in the fight and beat the dog shit out this nigga because he was beating on their cousin. Their cousin, my cousin, right? And so when they got done beating this nigga up, she gets up and she says, "Why y'all do that to him?" And go back to this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I'm not jumping in any domestic dispute between a man and a woman. And when I see so many stories, it's multiple stories I've seen of men trying to be heroic when they got children at home to protect another woman.
You talking about a boyfriend beating a girlfriend up?
I thought that's what that dynamic was. Is it not?
No,
it's a random
I didn't know.
people at the chicken spot. Two
Let me tell
random
you
people.
something.
I
See,
mean,
I have no,
really know
I have no
the
dog in
story
this
other
fight
than
because I'm on your show and you ain't
why
even
that
told.
man start
I have no dog in this fight because I'm on your show
I know,
and you ain't never told nobody to chill out. So that you ain't gonna never see where I'm coming from. You know how much shit I probably stopped in Birmingham from the same city you from, same one I'm from. Hey man, y'all chill the fuck out. We ain't coming here for that.
Do you
and
think?
They stopped.
Do you think just because something happened to you that is common for everybody?
But do you?
I'm just answering yes or no.
No, but at the
Okay.
same time, a lot of your answers come from where you come from.
Right. And so what I'm telling you is
Right.
I have never done
only
that,
a
but
son
I'm not
Tony.
trying to negate your experiences.
I'm not.
Yes,
either.
you are, because you told me that I have been in Birmingham. I should have been. Did he say that?
No,
I should have been around.
I ain't say you should have been around. I said you live in
You ain't-
Birmingham.
yeah.
It don't mean you
I
put
do.
yourself in danger.
But
My
right,
exact words
I don't.
were, you don't put yourself in dangerous situations,
don't.
but you live in a dangerous city. That's what I said. I ain't say you should have did nothing.
I think you can
Don't
go
do that.
anywhere
Don't do
and
that.
it can
Don't
be
do that.
dangerous. But what I'm trying to say is I agree with said. I've never been out and seen somebody arguing and think that my 145-pound self needs to be
He was
interjecting.
saying men. He
I'm
said
going
men.
to leave.
He said
No,
men.
what I'm just saying is I haven't either. And so I can understand.
But you're a woman. He's saying
I'm
from
sorry,
a man.
if I can finish talking.
No. Let her finish talking.
Thank you so much. I can understand saying, hey, I want to go home. I don't necessarily have a family and children like he does, but I want to get back in my Ford and drive home to my house peacefully. So if I see two girls at a chicken shack arguing, I don't even care that I spent $12 or however much you spend on chicken wings or chicken bones or whatever you get from there. I don't care. I want to go home. My life is worth way more than being up in there and being in a vicinity where bullets are flying.
And I'm gonna say
Your answers come from your perspective.
He said men though.
That's a fact. I do agree.
That's what I'm saying. Your answers come from your upbringing and perspective.
It's a fact. That's true.
I'm not discrediting you and all that.
I'm jumping
Let me say this, bro. If you maybe your answer is good, and I can agree with it if we take the kid aspect out of it. This man that got killed had 2 kids, and the dude that shot was a child of the mother that was in this incident. So me as a father, my number one objective is to see my boys grow up to be men and give them advice.
Absolutely.
Right. And the only way they get the best advice through life, being young men growing up, is me avoiding and teaching my sons how to avoid certain pitfalls in life. Right. And so how can I be that type of father that goes out? And what does that say to my sons, that I feel like I got to input myself in a situation that could possibly lend me being dying, or I get killed, and my sons be like, this nigga was stupid as fuck. You got kids at home and you go out here to protect a bitch you don't even fucking know when you got a wife and children at home. Like, you don't think that'll hurt them?
Can I respond to that?
Go ahead.
I think you're missing my point, Sid. I'm not saying be some fucking vigilante to everybody on the street. So I'm saying as a community.
When do you pick and choose? No, it's not a community. We're talking about TD says he goes.
See, I can't get into what I'm trying to say, bro.
Wait, this is what he said. I'm gonna try to narrate and you tell if I'm wrong. This is what he said. So if he's us 3 in the chicken spot. First he said men. He didn't say anything about women. He said men.
That's being.
So he said no. He's saying he said men. So when he said 3 men, he said we see it.
He talking to me?
So when we see it,
boy, I don't say now. Look here.
So now, so listen.
I'm actually a 1957 man, chauvinistic on the low. I'm trying to be like optimistic right now. Charles Daniel Jr. Like TV classic man.
So what he's saying is us three, we in there, boom. He's saying when it started off, he like, hey, bro, y'all need to chill out. But then when you go to the fact of he could have got killed, he was saying he could get killed, not saying nothing. But he's saying when he's saying chill out, he's saying chill out. And then bro say, nigga, shut up, I'll shoot you. He said, he out. He not, it ain't no more discussion. He said, but it need to be said.
Okay. So what is the point of saying anything if you're gonna be out anyway? But
no.
He said when he turned.
That's not what I said.
When hold on, let TD. I can clarify.
What I'm saying is, listen. If you had this the problem with our people. We in that spot where nobody say shit. We just record. That's the problem. We got there. Yeah. We should never have gotten here. What I'm saying is, I'm not trying to be no vigilante and Charles Daniels Jr. I ain't trying to say damn bro. I'm just being 100. What I'm saying is, I don't know about y'all, but I have seen shit here. And I said, hey man, y'all chill out, man. And they have stopped. Take that shit outside, bro. I'm just here to order my food. I'm in the gas station. They have stopped. They are young enough to be my sons. You know what I'm saying? And they looked at me and they knew I wasn't playing. And they stopped. Now I got my shit on me too. But I ain't trying to get no shootout. Now, if they were responsible for some shit, like, nigga, you ain't got nothing to do with it. You're right. Well, let me go somewhere else. My point is, as a community, we don't do shit. We just record. That's why that nigga was comfortable enough to swing on a woman. Because he didn't think it was nothing gonna happen. He didn't know that boy finna shoot him. He was gonna hit that hole and he was gonna hit chicken and go home.
That was weird. He hit her too hard.
But
in his mind, that's what he was thinking. I'm gonna hit this hoe. Now I ain't calling her a hoe, but I'm saying that was his mind. Clearly he thinking she a hoe because he hit her.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not literally calling one a hoe. But I'm saying his mind, I'm gonna swing on that hoe. They're gonna shut up when I hit her.
This is the
like,
I get what you're saying. I truly I get what you're saying. But you know, this is what people fail to realize about community. People always want to use outside influence to dictate community. That's not how community works. Community starts in your household. It's building a family. Hold on. It's mother, father, children, and then you send your children out and y'all engage in the community first and foremost, right? The community was lacking when she had to call 14-year-old boy to come and protect her. There's no community in that.
Absolutely.
There is no community in that whatsoever. Because she's supposed to be protecting her child. When the son has to come up with a gun and shoot somebody because she is, just think about this. How does a 14-year-old boy get to the point where he's comfortable enough to get out the car with a gun because his mother texts him, hey, this nigga acting whatever she texts him. That was the text. I'm just saying, how do you know to get out of the car, whatever the text is, because he got out with a gun. So she had to alert him.
They said
the mama text might have been, hey, come get this nigga. Because I was confused.
I started off saying, what have we become as a community? Didn't I say that?
But I agree with you.
That's that my point.
But your statement was us as a community have been so lax to let stuff like this go. But you can't say that about a community when community starts at home. Hold on. You know what? Right now,
how did we get here?
No. I'm going to tell you something. My wife ain't allowed to go out after dark. My wife ain't allowed to go out in the dark. Baby, I need something from the store. I go get it. She not even finna have no run-ins with no men out there. What you mean? Hold on, that started. A lot of this stuff started. Guess what? I'm asking you. What did that at? Why the 14-year-old boy jumping out the car? And then you look at the camera. This is late at night.
That's what she had to store with her son.
Why y'all going out at night?
I agree. But now look, dig this. By you saying my girl ain't allowed to go out after dark, you got a whole section of people say that's chauvinistic.
You know what?
That's a different.
Hold
on. We talking.
I know what you mean as being a protector. I get what you're saying, but I'm saying you got a whole layer of people who not gonna go for that.
Okay. Let me tell you something. The people and the woman that don't want that covering It's the
She
woman
was
that.
a-
It's
she
the
was
hey,
a-
hold on, hold
The
on.
one at the
It's
stove.
the one you see
At
at
the
the
stove.
She shot with her
Exactly.
son.
Okay, so
Hold
hold on.
Exactly.
So let me finish what I'm saying.
And that's not
So
her son first
the-
time busting his gun.
Hell no, he was too comfortable.
The woman
And
at
too
the
accurate.
stove,
Kill that man.
the woman at the stove, we don't protect them. And that's where I feel as if, and this is our problem as the community now, is we need a purging because we are trying to save a group of people whose mindset is turned off and have a skewed vision of what life looks like.
You said purge them?
It's we need a purge.
Yeah, everybody can't be saved.
Everybody
I hate
can't be
that.
Well, then that means
Everybody
you got
can't
to
be
purge
saved.
these bitch ass niggas too. Then.
Oh, I do agree.
We're not arguing that.
So I'm with y'all on that. Hey,
I
love this conversation.
We not
Hey,
arguing that at
these
all.
ain't shit bitches gotta go.
The niggas gotta go.
Come on, Pookie.
Hey,
Low bottom tier men. Y'all got to
Everybody gotta go.
Take these ain't shit bitches
Bottom tier
with
men, we
these
need you
weak
to
ass
have to
niggas.
go.
Y'all
Get your
wanna kill
passport.
everybody.
If that's what y'all want to do, I'm cool with that.
Y'all trying to take
But then
everybody.
we will get back to the point where shit like that won't happen though.
Yes.
That's the point I'm making. We will get back to the point
But
where
hold on.
upstanding
Y'all just
gentlemen
kill
won't
everybody.
let that shit happen. Because
But hold on.
But how many
Hold on.
niggas do you gotta go through to get to the upstanding gentleman?
they talking about purging people.
When you raise the
The
barrier of
nothing ass
entry,
niggas
you
and
force
nothing
the standard
ass
rise.
bitches.
Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop feeding into the men.
I'm gonna say this. If you get to the point where we purged enough people, you don't even get that argument.
We're gonna have about 1/3 living.
You don't have.
Yeah, we don't even have that argument.
What
You
if
don't
folks
even have
just start
that
killing?
argument.
What if people start killing the wrong folks though?
It ain't gonna be like that because the thing is,
The weak
when
gonna fall.
right.
The weak gonna fall.
people
Survival
that
of the
don't have
fittest
the
is
right
real.
mindset, the people that are acting out, the people that's not going with the flow, the people that say, hey, when people come together and we say as a community, we're gonna act like X, Y, and Z, and you act opposite of X, Y, and Z, then your ass gotta go. Because we're trying to build something and show that we can be this certain type of people. And like I said, when we talk about community starts at home. It's me as a man making a wise decision to court a woman, to marry this woman, to procreate this woman, to put decent children and product back out into society where this can keep going and keep going and keep going. What happens is we don't have shame in our community more. And I agree, our community is shit. I agree, as far as black people.
We don't have any elders.
But we're having conversations like this where it's not even about no man against woman or woman against man. We're talking about community.
Yeah.
Community building.
What one y'all know Charles?
That my father. Yeah.
I do think too, like
That
you
nigga
have to
probably
look
a
at
piece
the
of
world.
fucking Charles. He talking shit on
Talk about purging.
I am Superman. Charles.
So I do think too, you have to look at the world for what
Hey,
it
my
is
father,
and not
man.
what it should
Who the
be.
fuck that nigga?
That's my father,
What up,
man.
Charles?
He gonna put a wrong comment.
Hey, if y'all watching, y'all make sure y'all follow the page. Follow the New Normal Podcast. Make sure y'all give us some likes. Like the page. We're trying to grow the page.
Hit the reaction button.
Hit the reaction button, pretty please. We're trying to grow the page.
Charles, you better do all that, bro.
So I
You put a lot of pressure on Charles.
Nah,
Hold on. Let us Shanti go.
I do think you should look at the world for what it is and not what it should be, right? So we should
Correct,
be able to interject. We should be able to comfortably resolve conflict without, giving a woman a left hook and a gun and all that other kind of stuff. But that is not the world that we live in, right? And I go back to saying, I want my man to come home. I need you to do some risk analysis here.
Right.
This lady and this man, I don't know what their relationship dynamic is if they had one, but just from my vantage point of watching the video, both of them seem comfortable in conflict, arguing with the opposite sex.
I agree with that.
Right. I do also feel like the environment that they were in, onlookers were also comfortable watching this type of dynamic too. I saw the man in the back; he was still cooking and carrying on.
It
The
was
man that,
normal. It was normal.
It's his job.
everybody was up in there just.
And this is the new normal we speaking about right
But
now.
see, everybody doesn't have to accept that. Just
and
like
people were in there moving around how they should be. And so I think when you're in a space of this is a normal interaction, you may not have that notion to interject because I've seen these type of arguments before.
If you're not that type of person, don't do that.
But hold on.
Let her be.
I do think
go ahead.
Of course, I would love a man to interject if I'm arguing with another man. I'm not the type that's going to argue with another man. But if I'm in a combative space, sure. But if we're in a familiar space, and people like, oh, I see men argue with girls all the time, it's fine. You don't know when that threshold is crossed of it becoming starting to escalate until you see him hitting her. To me, that's what I thought. Everybody started scattering when he got hit. But when he was yelling and saying, I'm finna punch you. If you don't shut up talking to me, I'm gonna hit you. All of these other things, nobody else felt that urgency.
Because you had a whole bunch of dudes like Charles in there.
No,
Don't do my dog
not
like
that.
that.
Do my dog like that.
Even
Do my dog
I'm just playing, bro. I'm just playing, bro.
look at this. Even with
I'm
the
just playing, bro.
even with the son that had the weapon, right? He did not even feel the notion
it was
to
normal
create,
for him.
but he didn't feel the notion to create space.
Yeah, he just
You know what I mean? He didn't insert his body. He wasn't like, come on, mama, let's go. Hey, back up. He stood where he was. I feel like he's witnessed this type of dynamic.
And so that's why I asked what you were saying, because why, as a young boy that you got a gun, but you will sit in a doorway, watch your mama argue instead of what you hold on. What you said about us is 3 men intervening, but your son in the car, and you mean to
That's
tell
what he
me,
used to.
You mean to tell me I won't go and step between my mama before a nigga talk about, hey, oh God, you say something, I'm punch you in the face. I don't go up and I say something to my mother about this. Hey, mama, let's get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, mama, what are you doing?
Feel
Why
like...
you arguing? And look, I this is what I say. This is a double standard, but I'll stand on this. No man in the world should ever argue with a woman,
I feel
because we all understand emotionally we're not the same emotionally.
Why you saying it one way though? Say it.
Because
You said no dude supposed to argue no girl. These girls don't even be arguing no dudes.
Let's be clear.
He's saying you can win the fight no matter what. At the end,
I get what he's saying.
When you fight,
but that's the reason they shouldn't be arguing either.
No.
Don't nobody to be arguing no stranger. Period.
Hold on. This is why I'm saying.
There we go.
This is why I'm saying.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Hold on. So are men the leaders?
They were.
Not in every situation. That man ain't that lady leader. That man ain't that lady leader. He's not her leader.
Hold on.
That's an open question.
No. From a community standpoint, where you were talking about, are men supposed to be the leader?
Say you can't go against what I'm talking about, then try to put what I'm talking about on me, man.
Because what you're talking about
don't go together.
No, because what you're talking about fits certain situations and don't fit certain situations.
In this situation, he's not her leader. That man ain't her leader.
So hold on. So are you talking about community building? Or are you talking about this?
I'm talking about community building, but we still talking about this situation.
So what I'm asking you about community, I ain't talking.
You say are men leaders?
Are men
correct?
Naturally supposed.
Okay, what we going to do? Yes.
Okay, in the community. So if in the community. If this man, and the reason I'm talking about community, the reason I'm talking about community, because this man does not know this woman from Adam.
Yeah.
So this is a community issue, not a personal issue. Because I interact with you on some community shit. We stay in this same neighborhood. We frequent the same spot, chicken spot. I don't know you from that. So this is a community issue. This is not a personal issue. So the reason that I'm asking you, as men, we have to hold this responsibility. And we got to be real with each other. When it comes to certain responsibilities, it's going to be a double standard. When it comes to birthing children, that's a woman's responsibility. Who she allows to get pregnant is a woman's responsibility. Who she allows to enter her body is a woman's responsibility. She has to say yes before you even enter her body. If not, it's called rape. Right? So hold on. There are things that are men responsibilities and woman responsibilities. That's why you got things like gender roles. Gender roles is saying that a woman do this better, a man do this better. Do they deviate from time to time? Yes, because some women are stronger at maybe fixing a car because she had a daddy that she was in the garage with, and she said, baby, I got it. Okay, maybe that. But on a natural level, we have gender roles where specific tasks where women like to be homemakers. Homemakers, okay, cool. Then you have men that like to be outside in the workforce. That's what gender roles are. That's what you have the double standards. The way men do this, women do this. That's just how life is. I know a lot of people don't like that because they don't want to have to be pigeonholed into certain things and certain responsibilities, but that's part of being a man. Being a man is taking on responsibilities. That's how you become a leader. Leaders take on responsibilities. Men have to take on more responsibilities to be a leader than a woman. It just is what it is.
Say it. This is coming out of the mouth of the same dude. Say, I'm going to mind my own business, leader. Like, how you gonna say men are the leaders of the community, but I'm gonna mind my own business?
But he did say that there was no community in the building.
I absolutely agree. But you talking about men, this is leaders of the community.
I think you can lead in more than one ways than
never
like,
brought it home.
You can lead in like I feel like you can lead in more than one ways of going and punching a dude or beating him up because he was doing that. But what I'm saying is like making a great decision for your household and where your community starts is where the leadership is.
So what's the basis of his point then?
I gotta say this. So when you talk about me intervening in that situation and I get killed, what about my sons right
Absolutely.
now being back out here doing
I could care less about her
doing
getting
the same
punched.
thing
She been getting punched.
This nigga punching this girl in the face. Now I done left my 2 kids right now.
You had the same amount of chance to get killed when that little boy started shooting anyway.
Man, look, I want my man to leave.
But
baby, I'll cook you a
on the
10
video.
piece
He did. The mama did tell him to shoot somebody else for that was laughing.
Come on.
You had the same amount of chance of getting shot anyway. Somebody starts shooting in this closed environment. We got the probabilities are the same anyway.
But bro, we are speaking in retrospect.
In the kill
switch. First of all, we're speaking in retrospect.
Absolutely.
Because the kid shot after all of this happened. So if somebody might have punched her in the face, and then the kid may not have shown up. So we're speaking in retrospect. So you inserting yourself because the nigga that punched her in the face could have had a gun too and punched her in the face.
He could have shot her before he punched her.
Hold on. He could have punched her and then looked at you saying something and then shot you thinking you was gonna protect her. Just like I said, there are plenty of incidents.
I'm so glad I don't like that, bro.
So you need to stay. If you got a child, bro, all you doing is making your children out here deaf, dumb, and blind, and gonna do the same thing.
I think you get me wrong, bro. I think you talking about like being He-Man in that situation.
No, even saying
I'm saying when situations start, bro.
Bro, even saying chill out can get you killed.
Saying nothing can get you killed in a closed space like that. We in a restaurant, somebody shooting, bro.
I feel like this. Even though I'm grown, I don't want my daddy saying nothing. Please dip out. Right. I want you to come home. Period. If you start seeing somebody arguing,
don't do it.
Leave.
If you're not that type of person, don't do it.
Say something before it escalates to that point.
There are some people out there that can do that. Not the ones I love and care about. I don't want.
But it's people who can do that though.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's other people that I don't love and care about that can do that.
Clearly, this man don't feel the same way. I ain't got to think like him. He ain't got to think like me.
Yeah.
But somebody could have possibly stepped in and stopped that situation. And Charles, it ain't about saving no hoe. It's about saving everybody's life before it got to a certain point.
Hold on. But what you said.
Because when leaders speak, hold on, let me say something, bro. When leaders speak, everybody listen. Everybody.
But when leader
before it get to 10, somebody could have stepped in at 1.
But as a leader, I have to understand that I got to cut a finger off to save my hand.
Not all the time.
No. When you have people like that, them people ain't worth saving, bro. And I know you may not believe in purging, but I believe in purging men and the women. If you don't, I'm with that. And I've been saying, if you follow my Facebook, I've always said, as Black people, it's a point now where we need a rites of passage for our young men, and you need to go through this course to prove that you can take care of family, you can feed yourself. If the economy of the internet went to shit, you can go out there and hunt. You know how to provide for family. You know how to take care of family. You know what to do. Like those are things that I always say that men and I might talk a lot of shit about women, but I'm very hard on niggas.
Let me ask you this.
This shit right here. The only way this shit gets fucked up like this is because of niggas.
Let me ask you this.
We agree on that.
At what age should we do that for young men?
Rites of passage should be a 10-year-old thing. You should start at 10-year-old.
Okay. How old your oldest child?
Like 3.
So your oldest child.
My oldest is 4.
Your oldest child, 4 years old. Mm-hmm. So he has 6 years to learn this if it started today.
Yeah.
I got a 19-year-old and a 15-year-old. They fucked. I got a 9-year-old and a 3-year-old. So you see what I'm saying? So it's cool. It's your ideas. How do we retroact it or do we start off with those? You see what I'm saying?
I know. I get what you're saying.
So I agree with that. They do need to have a rites of passage. So I gotta cut 2 of my children off, and the other 2 gonna just soar. So what I'm saying is, I got a grown child already. I don't need him to be no fuck nigga, hit no woman in no chicken place.
And so
you see what I'm saying?
Hold on. Where
you got little boys.
But that started at home too,
right?
Well,
that's exactly.
And he's raised well.
Okay.
But my point is, I got children same age yours is too. I got little children too. But at the same time, you talking about rites of passage. Like, man, I can't go off that. Because I got grown niggas and I got little children. I got 2 sets of children. I can't go off that. You're right, but I can't cut mine though.
But
that's individuality right now.
Hold on. That's when we come back to saying the community acts like X, Y, and Z. If your children are taught well and you have influence of your children and say, hey, these are the rules that's been implemented, you need to act like X, Y, and Z. If you saying you the man that you are and you raise your child well, they're going to take that leadership because you said when leaders lead, people listen, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so your children should listen to you. So if we say we implement these rules and the people are past the expiration date of going to the rites of passage, then they should be able to follow these laws and rules and guidance that you have implemented or we implement it as a people to where they don't step out of bounds. So no, they're not fucked. They can still implement into society. That's something that we do. Just the same way how they got marijuana laws. There are people in jail for marijuana now, but in certain states, marijuana is legal.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So the people that's in jail, yeah, you broke this law in 1998, but in 2023, weed is legal. You broke the law. We ain't retroactive finna let your ass out when you broke the law when it was illegal. That's just how life works.
Yeah,
things change, things get better. I understand what you're saying as a parent because it's like, damn, y'all done implemented this shit and my child is too old to do it. I wish they would have had this because it would have benefited my child.
Because even though my child was raised up under my tutelage, they still live in this world that y'all talking about. Like you said, see the world for what it is and not what it should be.
Right.
My son is still influenced by what the world is.
Yeah.
So that's why I say if you got a cutoff point, I'm fucked. For two of my children.
But like I said,
but he's saying it ain't when it's the cutoff point,
I get
it goes away.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. I get what y'all saying, but I'm saying like, so the only thing we can do is lick our wounds as a community, heal what we can, purge the other, save the rest. But you can't say everybody should have shut the fuck up and got it their way. It's people with a vigilante spirit because they wouldn't exist if it didn't. Somebody could have stopped that shit, bro. You might not be the dude. I might have been a dude. Maybe I would have got killed. You want your dude to come home. Your nigga ain't gonna come home one day anyway.
Well,
so
I'm not gonna receive that. So if you get it to somebody else, I'll receive it in the name of Jesus. I rebuke that one.
I ain't gonna live forever.
He gonna come home.
I ain't gonna live forever.
He ain't gonna be getting killed.
No, y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Hold on.
Give it over there.
Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean.
No, wait a minute.
Y'all, you do it. You know what I mean.
Power is word. Look, you got so much power in your tongue.
Kids are asleep. Kids are asleep. Kids are asleep.
Hey,
I'm saying.
Hey. Hold on. So I'm gonna ask Cheek.
No, that's what
I'm finna ask you.
Don't put on.
No, I'm finna ask you a question. So if you had the choice of your man stepping in, y'all got kids together.
Yes,
if you had the choice of him stepping in to save another woman or coming home to your children, what would you want him to do?
In reference to what we talking about, the submarine stuff,
Yeah, okay,
like
Girl, we've been on submarine. Come on, friend.
Been on submarine.
Whoa! You can't step in and say nobody else.
We've been talking about his kids.
Say, I have to come back. I love this shit. Say,
I
love this shit.
That was not the question.
I thought y'all talking about what we gonna eat later on. Y'all want some cinnamon sandwiches?
Don't say nobody else but me.
You don't need to
Okay.
know.
No.
Chief, that's what we talking about. The
Don't say
shooting.
nobody else.
The shooting
But
in
me.
Chicago.
I'm not gonna understand it.
Okay,
So,
girl.
that's why I was confused. I thought you. Was
Okay, hold on. Let me.
I thought you were going to 360 and save me, but no. In reference to that, no, save me. Anything else?
Okay,
Deflect.
So if your man was in that chicken spot and he could have said something and it would put his life on the line, but you got two children.
You can't even incorporate that because that's a whole mother son. We can't understand that dynamic. That's a weird
I'm asking
dynamic.
I'm
but
asking.
in that situation, no.
So you don't want him to say nothing.
No,
Okay.
Mama, boot up, shoot something. Shoot something, Mama.
You speaking from the mama and son point of view? Or you just talking about?
Mama,
Okay, so
I'm from North New Jersey. Mama, boot up.
I know you from New Jersey. Okay, all
Shoot
right.
something, Mama.
But what I'm saying is,
Don't text me in my phone and tell me
what I'm asking you
some
is,
weirdo. It's a man in here slap me around.
now look,
Or
let me ask
whatever
you
you
this.
said to Mama.
Let me ask you this.
Mama, I feel confused. Mama, I don't feel safe. He talking to me too much. Whatever the text.
No, dude, hit my mama. I'm shooting him.
Who
too.
know how to? Do anybody know the text came through?
I'm not. The 14-year-old is the only person who's the only person 100% right in this
Do
situation.
anybody know how to text?
Somebody hit my
came
mama.
through?
I'm killing you.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
hold on.
You know what I'm saying? So do anybody know that sex can't
punch my mama, nigga?
Hold on.
Because the way they feeding it to us is that it's not appropriate, and mother texts her son and son. Da, 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 da. What is
the world we live in?
Hold on. So this is what we gotta clarify, and we ain't gotta go in depth about what the text message said, because why the fuck with a 14-year-old when you can't legally carry a gun anyway? You can,
especially up there.
You get what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like text the son was more like, "Hey, son, you know I be toting that thing. This nigga in here talking to me crazy. What you gonna do, son?"
Oh,
that's the way I
why did your
feel.
accent went right back to Newark just then? She said, "Hey, son."
I don't feel like
you want to be toting that thing.
You get what I'm saying?
Hey, you went straight Newark just then.
Hey,
you had a little southern twang.
I don't feel like text the son was, "Son, I'm scared. What are you gonna do? I'm intimidated." I felt like text more the son was, "Hey, I don't like the way this shit going in here. But you know the way things going in there.
Bring that too.
Bring that too."
Yeah.
Right. I don't feel like mama said, "Son, hey, come beat this nigga the fuck up and shoot him."
Oh, absolutely not.
Right. You get what I'm saying?
No, you're right.
I feel like
she probably said, "Go to the trunk."
I feel like son, we never saw it.
Hey, Charles said she's like a mature city girl.
Son
Pop the trunk.
I feel like Texas son was more like boop bop, this, that, and the third. Nigga talking me crazy. What you want to do? And son was like, "Look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fucking spin a gun from left pocket to right pocket and look stupid." What?
I don't think
Porter comments upset. You laughing too hard.
Hey, I'm sorry, you talking some real shit, but Charles said you like a mature city girl.
So what Charles gotta say? Charles been talking all fucking day, and I done broke it.
Charles been shooting shots at everybody. That boy said a mature city girl.
So what? You get what I'm saying?
Oh God, I'm crying.
The son, the only one.
Hold on. So we all agree. I
don't know if Shani agree.
Me,
Shani might not agree though.
Me,
she's not entitled to agree. That's
okay.
How it works.
She's really in this era.
Hold on, let me ask you a question.
Ask me.
So we all agree if y'all mama was getting punched in the face, we should.
Absolutely.
Oh, you see what my mama say?
So hold on, you
Bob, but this your house. I got a 9mm. I've been waiting to shoot.
Don't do that.
It's not in here. It's a empty.
But you gotta say something.
Yeah,
I gotta say that.
I've been waiting because that's my mama, like you said.
But
and I felt the text message went to his mama and him the same way. But what was the actual text?
But the boy was right. We all agree, right? The boy was right. Ashanti, you agree the boy was right?
Do you think he should have shot if his mama got punched? That's the last.
Her mama would never be in that situation though.
But we don't know that. We don't know that.
Okay,
it could be a
I'm
nigga.
let her answer her
It could just be a nigga that see that it could be a nigga that see her in Walmart or whatever where she shop and be like, "Oh, she ain't like it. I'm gonna push the gas on her." You can see. Sometimes people see that. Hey, this
predators.
might be a square.
Yeah.
And push the gas.
He was absolutely a predator in that situation anyway. Because had it been a woman with a man, it would have been a whole nother dynamic anyway.
But that's what.
So you agree?
We said that about that situation.
That's what I'm saying.
That was one of the kind of places
it was
okay,
predatory to even. Let's go.
Do you agree with the little boy being
your
right?
mama in the chicken shack
Okay,
in Detroit.
y'all making the conversation muddy. Let Ashanti speak. Come on.
So I've been very conflicted, right? Like I definitely think that the 14-year-old was in his right to defend his mother. Do I agree that he should have shot and killed somebody? That's where I find myself kind of swaying, because I think that there were other ways to de-escalate the situation before that. And I think also in conjunction with his age, had he been a little bit older, 4 years older, I would even say 3 years older. 18, because he was 14, right?
Yeah, 14.
So I would say 16, 17 years old, had he done that same thing, I think that his charges would have been different. I think it would have been a different outcome for him. And that is where I find it hard to just justify.
Can I ask Asante a question?
Okay.
About her?
So hold on. Let me ask this. What de-escalation tactics would you have liked to have seen?
That's what I want to ask.
So initially, I'm not sure where the video began, but just from the small clip that I saw, he was already very irate. And I do know that anger is a secondary emotion, right? Mm-hmm. And so like you build anger. Mm-hmm. And I think at the first sight of aggression in a conversation, I think that first, I think the mother should have been like, let's go.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm alone. I'm here with my son. He is the person I need to protect. We need to leave. This is not an environment where I feel like I'm safe. The safety is compromised and it could affect my child. And I'm not going to put on him that he should have been like dragging his mom out of the restaurant. But I do feel like at that age, being near his mother would have been a normal response. You know what I mean? Especially if this is an unnormal, unnatural situation for him. But I think because the situation is normal and is natural for him, he didn't feel that desire to get close to his mother. You know what I mean?
And she just got punched.
Because like I've been in the car with my mom. It was this one time. This was like a couple months ago. This lady was trying to argue with my mom at a gas station. Now I had lost my voice and I was sitting in the passenger seat. That lady never got out of her car, but I got out the car, you know, and just stood up because I'm trying to just figure out what's going on. I need to protect my mom. I want to be close to my mother.
Right.
What if you got shot?
And
per usual.
But I'm gonna tell you this: had that lady got out of her car, I'd be telling my mama, "Get in the car. We will go to another gas station. We are blessed enough to where we can drive and fill up our tank somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't have to risk your life over getting this gas that's $2.95 and we can get it for $3.15 down the road or whatever it is." And so I think that it's just more some more dynamics that make it hard for me to say I'm hard on the left or hard on the right.
So I'm gonna ask y'all this question real quick, and we're gonna get out here because I'm gonna do another podcast about this particular question. Do y'all think the hood nigga, hood chick mentality is based in some type of mental illness or disability?
I do. I think it's definitely based off of something not coming full circle, because to be in a cycle of abuse, a cycle of conflict, and just that heightened state of just being irate, it is not natural and it's not normal. Even when we see animals, they don't have consistent periods of time where they are aggressive to each other, to other animals, to prey or things like that. And I think in the community, when you think of like our urban community, we glorify those type of dudes. You know, my dude, he ain't nothing getting past him. That also includes women. You know what I mean? People glorify being toxic. People glorify fighting each other. And I feel like that was a perfect dynamic of two people who have come from dynamics where fighting each other, cursing at each other, getting in each other's personal space has not ever been punished. They haven't received much consequence from it. And it went too far this time. I think that's the only reason why. If that little boy had never pulled a gun out and killed that man, I think he would have gone on for the rest of his life, smacking girls, punching girls, and doing other things that are aggressive. And I think that woman would have gone the rest of her life arguing with strangers, cursing them out in public, and doing the things that she was doing as well.
Chi, what do you think? Do you think, I'm going to re-ask the question. Do you think the hood dude, hood chick behavior or mentality is based in some type of mental illness or mental disability?
I think it's definitely a disability, based off what we saw. Because, like I said, nobody has the actual dialogue. Nobody knows what she said to her son. Nobody actually really knows what he said to her. All of a sudden, we see he said to her, he punches her. Boom. We were told that she texted her son. He punched her. In reality, you hit my mother. Reaction. I'm not killing people because I'm here with y'all, you know. But realistically, you hit my mother, you need to be hit back. That man was hit up, like Tupac hit him up. That's all I got to say. Like I don't know what the real dialogue was, what really incurred, but you hit my mother, you don't need to talk no more. And that man can't talk no more.
Right. I agree. Vic, what do you say? Do you think the hood dude, hood chick mentality is based in some type of mental illness or mental disability?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Why do you think that?
Basically, like, I feel like everybody been saying the same thing different ways. Like, even like, I'm gonna use Ashanti, and basically what she just said, like, she was like, when her mom got into something, she intervened, which That's the same thing bro said. Intervene. And like he said, you could have got shot. But we all saying like at 14, our mama get punched. Everything go. Now, will I say I would have killed him? I don't know if I'd have killed him, bro. But I would have shot him. I sure would have shot him.
How do you know that your aim is accurate enough to inflict a wound but not murder someone?
He shot him in the back. So the back a pretty wide target. Like
that was not that man first time shooting somebody.
But I'm just saying I probably like if I killed him, it wouldn't have been off me shooting him 4 or 5 times. Like it would have been a foul. Get up on my mama. And I'm praying I hit. Everybody get down. I ain't the best shot.
The sound would have made everybody jump anyway.
But I ain't to say I'm just gonna fire. No, I'm good.
That wasn't a man first time shooting somebody.
So, but yeah, I agree. It's a mental illness, and like we all, I ain't all on the purge, because I feel like anytime you go so deep into something, you always gonna find somebody who can slide through the cracks, and then they make it go backwards.
So you think that everybody can be saved?
That's a tough question. Like, I want to say yes, but
hold on. I'm gonna ask you this question: do you want to say yes because of your religious upbringing?
Nah, I just feel like what I do, and I feel like a lot of people label people real quick, where it's like every day I feel like children that I see, somebody be like, oh, that he's bad, she's bad. But it's like, nah, take your time. You know, like everybody ain't gonna be the same, gonna have the same reaction time to certain things. Some people take a time period. And when they say like saving them, some people gotta be like led all the time. Like some people can't just be an adult. Where that's why I agree with it. It's a mental illness because you need help. So saving them would almost be like dictating them. How with certain situations, like, nah, you can't do that. Your brain won't let you go there. Like owning a gun. So certain things, like I feel like everybody can be saved, but it's gonna have to be stipulations around it. Where I don't want to say slave and master, but like it's got to be somewhere where a person can talk to you where you're not gonna go back against them because you understand they saying it's for your well-being. So I guess my answer is yes. Everybody can be saved.
Okay. TD.
Yes, sir.
We get to close it out tonight.
Y'all laugh. I must talk too much tonight.
Shout out to TD. He gave some good views that I ain't never thought of.
I don't even talk to him, but y'all really like challenge my mind. That's like we can.
That's what the podcast is for.
Yeah, I love this kind of shit. I don't even fuck with people like in real life. Oh, no. I'm from the hood for real.
So, like, do you think the hood dude, hood chick mindset is based in some type of mental disorder or mental disability? What do you think?
It's a hard question to ask because some of the greatest people I know are from the hood. You know what I'm saying?
But that don't mean they have a disability.
Hold on, said this some of the worst people I know are from the hood too. My best friend from the hood and my biggest op is from the same hood. You know what I'm saying? So to say the hood mentality, what really is the hood mentality? Like I think we always gravitate towards the negativity of the hood, but the hood raised me.
So what?
And I'm a bad motherfucker off the hood. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
So God bless me from that same mentality. I'm a bright nigga for real. And we get money. And I get mine legal. I got some homeboys who do some things, but all us get it. So it's the same mentality. So what you mean by hood mentality? I think we gravitate towards the negative too much. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to say the hood mentality is the negative part about the ratchet bitch who pat her hair talking crazy to a nigga, and a nigga who don't ever take care of their children, yes, that's a mental disorder. But to say the hood mentality, what really is the hood mentality? We have to come out as a people. We can do this, in my opinion. As a people, we have to stop judging each other because we got classism too. You from the hood. Oh, you know how many walls I had to break through because I'm from where I'm from? Once niggas, I remember a nigga said, man, you from there for real? Boy, you so smart. I said, nigga, everybody where I'm from ain't dumb. I was in the military. Nigga said, you from Alabama, you talk like that? So what the fuck that mean, nigga? You know what I'm saying? So he classified me from in the South. in Alabama, in Birmingham, niggas say you can write all them niggas country, them niggas stupid, them niggas hood. Like, bro, we have to stop that. Now, as far as the part of the hood mentality you're talking about, absolutely. It's a mental disorder. It's PTSD. It's a lot of people are a product of what they've been raised upon, man. I know people who got bad mamas and grandmas. So they grow up to be bad baby daddies and baby mamas because structure is chaos to some people. But next door, right next door to them folks couldn't afford to go nowhere else. But some of them children grew up to be motherfuckers who are rightfully in politics now. And they got the same hood mentality. He ain't no punk either. Swing on him. He'll beat your ass in that suit. You know what I'm saying? So it's a certain mentality that the hood has a greater cause for, man. So, but I get where you coming from with your question. But as far as the ratchet side of the hood, absolutely. It's PTSD. It's a mental disorder. It's something that's going to take generations beyond us. I think our generation is the first generation who really trying to break these curses. You know what I'm saying? We free thinkers. We got more business owners now. You know what I'm saying? Even if your business failed, if you got a job and got your side hustle, we're the first generation that's really doing it like that at this number. You know what I'm saying? So the hood mentality fails us on the negative side, but everything we're not makes us everything we are on the positive side. That's all I got to say.
Name me some positives from the hood.
Like I just said, everything we're not makes us everything we are. It teaches you to watch out for snakes.
Mm-hmm.
It teaches you to watch out for thieves, for liars, for burglars, for robbers, for killers. Because all those characteristics I just named, guess what? They're in every neighborhood, the suburbs included. Right? They got some shit going on in LA right now where they breaking into celebrity houses. They hitting the gate. They jumping over the gated communities. Y'all seen that?
Mm-hmm. I seen it.
They so you can't say all them from the hood, man. Please, how I know where Christina Aguilera stay at? That's somebody who know. Most jobs are hits. So what I'm saying is, so the hood mentality benefits you from. I can see. Like, say if this was my girl, well, I don't say my girl, but she was like a girl who interested in me. I can see she a snake.
Before you go too far. So when you talk about the hood mentality hitting those homes, those are niggas from the hood typically hitting those homes because they developed a certain type of skill set to be able to go and learn when a Christina Aguilera is on a tour.
They gotta be.
Who you think? Okay, so who you think hitting those homes?
People who know where the house at. It's a gated community.
You can Google their address.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna just blame the hood for everything then.
No, I'm not blaming the hood, but I'm saying like
crime happens everywhere.
Hold on.
Murders happen everywhere.
No. This is the thing. So when we talk about hood shit, a lot of hood shit, like even when we talked about DJ Academics.
Mm-hmm.
Some of y'all said y'all didn't like DJ Academics. I said I didn't like DJ Academics because he was wishy-washy on certain topics like the Tory Lanez, right? Mm-hmm. So even when he was talking about how guys showed up to his house, where they were from, what they looked like, their mannerisms, even the chick that was in his house, they gave him these guys the drop. The drop on where he stayed at, how to enter his house, the door she left unlocked, all of this bullshit. Those are niggas from the hood.
You said somebody it was in his house, gave everybody a drop.
Yeah.
So that means he let somebody in his house.
Correct. But
I'm talking about random houses getting hit in Hollywood and stuff like that.
So you
can't blame everything on. So you tell me all crime comes out of the hood.
No, I didn't say that.
No, that's what I'm saying. So the point I was making, I think we kind of like lost the point I was making. Crime happens everywhere. Murder happens everywhere. Robberies happen everywhere. Burglaries happen everywhere. You can say it's those dudes coming out the hood. You said the question you asked me after I gave my statement for the last question of the day was, you said, what positivity does the hood? I told you it teaches you how to. I said, like, say, if me and this girl was talking and I can tell if she a snake or not eventually. Now it's up to me to pay attention to them signs. Or if I, you know what I'm saying? And this her homegirl who really don't like me, but she know I'm a good dude. Like, those kind of cat, you pick up cat, the hood benefits you too because you see all of those things too. I ain't grew up nowhere else, so I can't tell you if that shit exists nowhere else. I grew up where I grew up, but that's what it taught me. Bro, when I met you, I knew you was a good dude. You know how I am at work. I don't fuck with it. I used to sit in that truck there.
You're right.
I don't fuck with everybody. Me and you started talking. I was like, oh, this little nigga smart right here. Let me holler at him.
Yeah.
And we started talking.
Yeah.
So you know I don't even have these conversations with everybody. So my point is, that's my environment taught me who to say something to, who not to say something to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the positivity from the hood. Now I can't say what these people who commit crimes are from or whatever, because you got negativity from the hood too. But the positivity is it teaches you, because you got to think about it.
So hold on. So the positivity of the hood is going through negative experiences.
Absolutely not. My grandma, right here, old folks.
No, I'm just saying because Charles said hood mentality teaches people how to survive a struggle.
I would agree.
And I agree.
That's all that teaches you.
But I asked you what positivity. You said
I ain't gonna lie, the hood taught me how to swim.
Hold on. You said it taught you how to know if somebody's a snake, how to know if somebody's a thief, how to know if somebody's a cheater or whatever. You said a whole bunch of stuff.
You learn it everywhere. Politicians, most politicians are not from the hood, right? But most people agree those are the biggest snakes on earth. How do they learn how to be snakes? From the suburbs, right? From people, from experience, wherever they from. Bro,
I can't.
The hood teaches me the same life. The point I'm making is the hood teaches me the same life lessons anywhere else. If I would have been born in fucking Rancho Cucamonga, I would have still saw snakes. I would have still saw cheating. I would have still saw robberies. I would have still saw murder.
Read it. It was bad. What did he say?
He didn't say that.
I saw it. Look. But
I want to tell everybody, thank y'all.
Hey man, appreciate y'all.
Can we close out? But wait a
minute. What you gonna say?
I don't care.
Look.
He said something bad about me?
No.
Why y'all won't tell me?
No, it ain't that deep. Cause we finna close out. Okay,
I want to close out. Hold
almost 3 hours. Okay,
Charles said, Charles been on everybody's ass. Hey, fuck you, Charles. I don't even know you, bro.
Charles, my dog.
Hey, forget you, brother. F you, Charles.
Hey, but for real, the hood taught me how to swim.
Y'all can close out. I'm going last.
The hood teach you everything. Like everyone else teach you.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna close out. We're gonna start with Chi first. Chi,
it keeps happening that way.
What do you want to say?
What did he say? Can you put a comment up? Can you put a comment up? Can you put a comment up? Can you put a comment up?
That's what I want.
I want to see it. I want to see the comment.
Put the comment up for Charles.
Charles.
Now look, Charles, if they heat up on your ass, now you.
He said, "I love y'all."
Please put Ashanti name up on the screen. I seen it.
What's your name?
I love y'all.
He said, "I love y'all."
No, where is my name?
Hey, Charles been on it the whole episode.
Pull up my name.
Charles talking about everybody around here though.
Ashanti dead. Hey, what?
And I'm gonna address Ashanti comment for Charles, and Ashanti gonna close out.
Shout out to the hood.
I know you so worried. You so worried about what I'm doing with my clothes, but I appreciate you watching from home or the gym or wherever you at, because I'm on the camera. Thank you, friend.
He didn't say nothing bad about you.
I will say this. Charles is an equal opportunity roaster.
Is it
He
okay?
has literally talked about everybody around here.
On the podcast?
He's equal opportunity.
I don't see nothing about no nipples. He ain't say nothing about no nipples.
No, he said how many times I put up my top. I'm gonna make sure it's okay. Does it bother you? You at home, you at the gym, you watching me from somewhere else. We appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
Y'all make sure y'all share this video. Charles, you been on here hard. You better share my damn video.
You better share it,
please.
So we finna close out.
We're gonna let you give up.
Damn, you just gonna throw it on me?
No, he did it, but I go. I ain't
so
know.
we gonna go for you. Go big.
I'll go first.
This Chi Ali, I enjoyed the panel. I enjoyed the difference in opinions because we don't have to agree, but we can talk like adults, and I appreciate it. Charles, I want to say some stuff to you, but Ashanti looking at me like I shouldn't because she gonna
girl, say it
in real life. Oh no, I'm gonna say it. For the record, you over there, I'm over here. I'm gonna just say that my nails press-ons. I'm not that ghetto, but I get real active. With that being said, shout out to Drake popping up because we want him to talk on other topics. I'm pretty sure he's going by now. With that being said, the submarine. So y'all that think you can do things that other people can't, look, man. I don't watch the documentaries. These folks knew the idea sucked from the beginning.
Big fact.
They kept building it up. Like, it could, it wasn't,
Preach.
it didn't. Hey, we here to entertain y'all, and shout out to Said for having me on this panel. I'm Shia Lee. I have a boutique, Pink Empire LLC.
Shout out all your socials and let them know where they can find you.
Pink Empire LLC at Instagram, pinkempirellc.com on the website. I want to talk a lot of junk, but I'm not. Because with that being said, these people are weird, man. Y'all can't beat physics. Okay? 13,000 feet. It don't work. Okay? I'm a certified lifeguard. I can get people from the bottom to the top of Memorial Park. Okay?
Nigga, 8 feet.
But y'all are weird to think that you can go find debris at a place that couldn't find nothing. And with that being said, I'm getting into these gentlemen, and y'all rock. Y'all keep watching. Said, bring up new topics y'all scared to talk about. My hair pink. I bleached it. You can do anything more possible.
All right. Vic Jones, let's go.
Hello. I enjoyed everybody on here. TD gave some great comments. He especially with the Columbine. Like, I ain't never thought about it like that.
That was good.
He gave it to us.
That was that explosion moment.
I would love to come back. I love this. I love y'all. I'm in love with y'all after one night. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, it's on. Never mind. But anyway, Ashanti. Shout out to Ashanti. She always controversial. I know how she rock.
She should.
And if I over talk to her, y'all fans don't come for me. Like, none of my stuff. You feel me? I don't need none of that smoke. I'm too busy. She shy. I'm just playing. Oh, I was playing. Stop being so serious.
I'm in a serious mode.
Stop being serious. It's cool, man. We chilling. I'm gonna have to get you some tea or something. But Chi, shout out to you. Your business. Hey, go support her. Support black business.
Support black business.
Even listen, I ain't gonna say her business bad, but if a black business bad, you gave Donald Trump a chance, so you might as well give a black business 2 chances. That's all I'm gonna say.
Run them up with them taxes, baby. Pay me.
But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Y'all know me, y'all already know. You ain't gotta follow me. I'm lame now. I'm an old man.
JD.
All right, Ashanti.
Hey, it's your girl Ashanti, the controversial queen. Of course, you can follow me on all social media platforms at Ashanti After 9 or Ashanti Jordan. Of course, I always end with my quote. When you raise the barrier of entry, you force the standard to rise. I do want to acknowledge Darius. He was very positive today. We do not want to give acknowledgement to other trolls, other men in the comments, such as Charles. They like to highlight negative things. We do want to make sure we cast away those type of, I'm not going to call him bottom tier, but bottom tier like-esque men. And so we want to highlight men that's going to bring positivity, and we want to cast away and raise the barrier of entry above men like Charles.
Chuck,
so make sure you follow, like, comment, and subscribe to the video.
I love you, Chuck.
All right, TD closes out.
Hey, TD Lost on Facebook. Truck Boss 205 on TikTok. Truck My Life on truck_my_life on Instagram and Twitter. You ain't gotta follow me on none of that shit because I ain't gonna answer. I don't really be on it like that. But I had a great time. A lot of my views that I expressed on this panel really was being from the opposing end of how I really feel. Because sometimes everybody, if we all agree, it's just to be an amen corner. I really had a great time, and I hope Said invite me back. Like, bro, this was dope as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. And then my bank just hit me, and my deposit hit. So,
God is good.
We about to party on TV. Turn up.
Hey, and Charles, next time you call me Superman, remember that time Superman knocked Batman through like 4 buildings when he hit him? I'm that nigga for real. Hey, Charles, I appreciate you, man.
They appreciate you. They do.
I want to tell everybody
Not I.
tonight.
Not me, but they do appreciate you, Charles. They do appreciate you commenting and supporting.
No, I don't think anybody supports
I
Charles.
want to tell
those three.
You being here.
I want to tell everybody
nobody's
thank
agree.
you tonight for tuning in to the New Normal Podcast. If you are watching, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow the channel, and make sure y'all share the channel. Today was a great topic. I enjoyed my guests. I want to tell y'all, each and every one of y'all, thank y'all for coming through. I really enjoyed you guys. I love y'all perspectives. I love y'all being open and being honest with everyone. How y'all feel about, certain topics and stuff like that. I got so many more topics and panels and discussions that's going to come up. And as soon as I transition to a spot, we're going to have more people on these panels. We're going to talk about more stuff. And I want to talk about more than just relationships too.
Correct.
So that's another thing that I want to do. I want to tell each and every one of y'all, thank you once again. Y'all make sure y'all follow, subscribe, like, give us that thumbs up and a share.
And thank you for watching us at home.
Tell us events we can come to.
If
y'all got an event, tell us.
Yeah. Y'all been here the whole time.
We do.
We've been here for
While y'all
don't
at
think
home.
we don't see you. We see you the whole time.
Yeah.
And thank you guys. It's the New Normal Podcast, and we gone.